What if I told you that you could legally pay your child, reduce your tax bill by thousands, and that same money could grow tax-free for their future? If your child is between the ages of 7 and 17, then you need to hear this. So here's what I see all the time for my business owners: paying high taxes or more than what they need to pay. You're missing out on one of the most powerful strategies sitting right in front of you, and that is your own household. Because instead of keeping all the income in your name, you can legally shift some of that income to your child the right way. So here's how this is going to work at a high level. If you own a sole proprietorship or a single member LLC, then you can hire your child or your children to work in the business. I'm talking about real age-appropriate work, basic administrative support that could probably help you within your business. So as they grow older, then their jobs grow. When they are able to do more, they become hands-on in the business. So now here's where it gets interesting. The wages that you pay your child or your children become a business deduction for you. You can write it off. But for your child, if their income stays under the annual standard IRS allowable deduction, which this year is like $16,100. Imagine if you have 2 children, you're making good money, and you could pay them each like 16 grand. Imagine what that would do to your tax savings. Think about what just happened. You took money that would have been taxed at your tax rate, plus subject to self-employment tax, and you legally shifted it to someone who pays no tax at all, and it still stays in the household. You save money. You save on taxes. It's a different tax treatment, and it's going to save you thousands of dollars. I promise you. So that's the strategy. Now, this only works when it's done correctly, and that means the work has to be real, the pay has to be reasonable for what they're doing, you need proper payroll set up, and you must keep the right documentation. So here's another piece that most people don't realize. If your child is under 18 and you're a sole proprietor, you don't pay withholding taxes, you don't pay Social Security and Medicare taxes, you don't pay federal unemployment taxes. It's written right there in the tax code. So now you're not just saving income tax, but you're also avoiding having to pay payroll taxes. And that, my friends, can add up very, very quickly. So that's exactly why I put together a guide called Pay Your Child, Not the IRS, that walks you through this step by step, not just the idea, but how to do it correctly. So if you want to learn how to use this strategy the right way, click the link and grab the ebook. It's a step-by-step guide. It'll be the best business deduction that you can ever have.